welcome to this special video for the review of Halo Forward Unto Dawn Part 2 live action series. Now, I will start now by saying this will have spoilers. This will have a ton of spoilers. Please pause the video now if you have not already watched the video. The link is down below in the description. Go and watch it first. Pause this video. Go and watch it. Watch it, come back, watch the video and tell me what you think. So, you have been warned. So, let's begin. The first episode, the first part of Halo Forward Unto Dawn set the scene and told us what is going on. So part 2 begins with Cortana speaking to herself and about how long they've been out of contact with the UNSC on board the ship. She says, I quote, 1,651 days, 6 hours and 19 minutes, over 4 years with nothing to do, no task to complete, and for over 4 years, all I have done is think. Now, being alone for 4 years on your own, it's tough enough, but all she's got for company is a chiefsicle. Yes, I said it, chiefsicle. You know it, you love it. But yeah, that's all she's got for company. Now, that'll drive anyone mad if I'm honest, so you can understand why she's degraded anyway. But yeah, then she goes on there. Then after this, there's overlaid audio of Cortana complaining, arguing with herself, wondering about what's going to happen, wondering about the chief, wondering where she is, what's happening, blah blah blah. One part of the audio sticks out for me. She says, "I have no cryopod. I am here. I have always been here," which says to me she's very angry and is degrading quite quickly. And near the end of this sequence, we see a blue light, which we all know is Cortana on top of a pedestal, but it flashes red, which means, oh, this is not good. Red is never good. It kind of shows an error or something like that. And then there's a beep, just a constant beeping, which is the distress beacon for the ship. So, with that intro, it's a lovely start to the episode because it's kind of tying the two into each other, as the first part showed this as well, showed the distress call from Cortana, and then we had the flashback to Lasky in part 1. This one just shows what's happening in the ship, so I can kind of feel like they're going to keep going with this, showing what's happening aboard the ship, etc. And the most likely will show what happened in the trailer where Chief wakes up and gets out. So it is quite good. I'm loving this. I can't wait for the next part to see what happens on board the ship if they do anything like that, but I think they will. So the episode starts with a Hastati team being punished from the first episode where they screwed up in the combat exercise, and General Back is inspecting them in the area where they get ready for combat training, which means they have to get up, get all the stuff on. Now, did I mention that it's 3 a.m. in the morning, where they've been woken up by this alarm, they have to go and get ready, and the thing is, the quicker you get ready, the quicker you're ready for combat, the likelihood of you dying is quite less, but I'm not too sure about that. But it just shows them how quick they can get ready, and it shows they're ready for command, etc. or something like that, being like a Marine. This is where they hear from General Bat that this will be their last combat exercise for tomorrow, which means before the end of the term, which means they need to pull something out of their asses to actually pass this thing, because they're doing crap. And the next scene is quite interesting because if you remember from part 1, you see Cadet Sullivan. If you don't know this guy, it's a guy sitting at the screen looking at the classified UNSC video. We still see him continue to decode the classified UNSC video of a battle between Marines and unknown foes, but from what I can tell from the video, it doesn't look like the human, because there's a few bits and pieces in there from green light, so which means it's plasma pistol, so I don't think they're facing humans. So that's another spoiler there. And then next one is we come to a scene where we're in a mess between Lasky and Vickers, where Vickers says to him, "Must be tough on your mum that her real son isn't coming home." Then Lasky beats 10 piles of whoop ass out of Vickers for that comment. I don't blame him, but I will continue on because there's other bits and pieces which kind of like build on this. But the thing is, because of this fight, it shows the commander that he still has fighting spirit, which is always a good sign. And then we go on to see Lasky viewing videos of his brother and his ODST brother, who's on Arcadia, which is quite good because in Halo Wars it shows the Arcadia planet. So I'm glad they're bringing that back into it. They're not just completely cutting it out. So I'm quite glad with that. So yeah, I'm loving that bit. But yeah, so it goes on and on and on. So it shows his brother ODST on Actiion, which is one of the few planets hit. It was, I believe, it was, yeah. Then this goes on to a strategy lesson, where it's all about the Romans versus some people, I can't remember the name, but the Romans versus them, and then how they use the pincer movement. Yeah, the pincer movement. So the best analogy or just description I can say is in Braveheart, where William Wallace. William Guile? Where did Guile come from? William Wallace says to his horsemen to take off and go around, and so he looks to the English that they're like retreating. So they start attacking the English and the Scots attacking. Then they come around the back, attacking from behind, meaning that they will meet in the middle. Pincer movement. So simple as that. And they're saying, but we don't have any horses or carriagemen, blah blah blah, in this time. But no, we do have ODSTs. So they are able to drop behind enemy lines and get the job done, or as Lasky says, or die trying. Meaning his brother is dead. Now we all kind of suspected this from the first one, but it just shows his brother is dead, and this is the reason why Lasky doesn't want to fight. If your brother dies in a war, you don't want to go and fight the fight. You just see, what's the point of the war? What's the point of my brother's death? What happened? Why did he have to die? Etc. And that's why he doesn't really want to fight. So, and around the 10 minute 37 second mark, Lasky is walking on a plateau, and over the speaker you hear mandatory curfew for all cadets of 9 PM. And just as it happened, General Black drives past in a warthog with audio playing, and if you listen carefully, I've picked out a few bits, and it's called something, and you can hear something about Southeast Gate threat level red, and the combination of these two is never any good, but gate entrance threat level red, not very good. Just shows something's coming and it's not very good. So that is another spoiler saying something's going to be coming in part 3. So I love how they've put in with the audio and like the action sequences, but sometimes you have to really listen carefully to try and pick it up, and if you're not listening or just paying attention, you will just miss it. I love that. It's just like, if you just, they put it in there to be found, but if you're not paying attention, you won't find it. So I love that bit. And from this, the rest of the episode just shows Lasky still having cryo shock from cryo sleep, and his body is paying the toll. But after this, he's still asked to be put in charge of Hastati Squad, and he does some fantastic strategy in his final combat exercise. It's awesome. He just literally goes to their flag. They all sit there for quite a while, and because all their helmets have trackers. Now, if you remember from the first episode, you can see like the enemy's movement in the visors. Now, because all the helmets have trackers, because they've been in one place for so long, the enemy's just been taking time just to see if they've been moving. And then as they move up, we ask them to take off all their helmets, and then they go and hide. So as the enemy gets closer and closer and closer, they just see the helmets, and then they spring the ambush. Like, bang, shoot them all, and they get over and done with. And then just as Lasky is running towards the flag, as it's capture flag, sorry, he begins to lose consciousness, and then he just falls to the ground. And this is where the episode ends. Now, I will say this: end the episode there, as there are huge spoilers with a little bit to the right after the credits. So if you don't want to look at those, stop the video just before the credits. But most likely you've already watched the video before watching this, so it'd be pointless. But yeah, from what I've seen a little bit at the end of the video, I'm looking forward to part 3. Let's just say that part 3 is going to be awesome. Hope you've all enjoyed the review. Please tell me what you think about it. I love to hear your comments, and just tell me what you think. Love to hear from you. This has been the Beard Talks. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and always remember, people, keep calm, grow a beard, because why not? Simple as. Have a great day, people, and I'll speak to you later. Bye bye.